Students, let us discuss about Ohm's law in electricity. We have already discussed that a potential difference is required to pass or to move charge through a conductor and we will get current. We know already the definition of current is I is equal to Q by T and the potential difference V is equal to W by Q. You see the photo. So this is a photo of George Simon Ohm. So he gave the relation between voltage and current by performing experiments, and that experiment is written as Ohm's law. Let us discuss what is Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between the 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points or ends of a conductor at constant physical condition. Constant physical condition means the temperature and the pressure and the dimension, everything will remain constant. So we can say what is Ohm's law? The rate of the current passing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference at the two end of the conductor, provided that the physical condition like temperature should be remain constant. So here you have to take a resistor, some battery, voltmeter, ammeter, and you have to join in a circuit. So let us see what is the circuit diagram. So this is the circuit diagram. So you see what you are using. You are taking a connecting wires. This is the battery or cells. This is the key. This is connecting wires. So this is the voltmeter V. We join parallel to this resistor. We join the voltmeter parallel to the resistor. So this is the ammeter. We join series. So all the resistor, the ammeter, the cell, key, they are joined in series combination. And because the ammeter has very low resistance, but the voltmeter has very high resistance. So how it is connected? It connected parallel to the resistor. So what we will do? So we will change the voltage by using some rheostat in the circuit. In the circuit you also can use rheostat. So if we will change the knob of the rheostat, what will happen? Automatically the voltmeter reading will change as well as the current reading change. So we will note down the reading of the current or ammeter and voltmeter, and we will record in a table, and from that table we will calculate the Ohm's law and resistances. So this is the circuit diagram. So let us write the formula. So according to Ohm's law, what is it told? It told that the current through is proportional to the potential difference. Current is proportional to the potential difference. So I is proportional to V. Or what can I write? We can write V is proportional to I. I is proportional to V means V is proportional to I. So you know in mathematics, to make any proportionality constant equal, what we will do? We will multiply a constant. So here that constant we will write as R. So we will call it resistance. So when the charges are moved through the conductor or the free electron moves through the conductor, so it is not free. So other charges are there. Suppose the other charges. So when our electron goes, so it collides and moves in zigzag path, did not move straight. So we will get resistance. So due to the collision with the other charges, it develop resistances, and the resistance depend upon the dimension of the conductor, its cross sectional area, its length. So this resistance depend upon temperature as well as the nature of the material. It is different for different copper, aluminum, like this. So according to this formula, what we will get? V is equal to IR. So if V is equal to IR, then what is R? R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by. So here to respect George Simon Ohm, you will take the resistor as unit as ohm, 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 or in symbol we write can omega. So here we will write the SI unit of resistance is ohm. So 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. 1 volt by 1 ampere. So the SI unit of resistance is ohm. So we will alter the knob of the rheostat. So voltmeter reading will change, ammeter will reading change. So we will write down in a table form. So this is the table. So in one table we will write voltmeter reading, in other table we will write current reading. So here the voltage is 2 volt, current is 0.5 ampere, 4 volt 1 ampere, 3 volt 2 ampere, 10 volt 2.5 ampere, 1.2 volt 3 ampere. So we will draw the fill the table. So after filling the table, what we will do, we will draw a graph between V versus I. Here we will take V along the y axis and I along the x axis. So I will get different points. These are the points. So then we will join this point, we will get this graph. So if the V versus I is a straight line graph, so then this conductor we say obey Ohm's law. Obey Ohm's law. So here if we will calculate V versus I, V by I, V by I, V by I, we will get the resistance, different set of resistance. Then we can calculate their mean. We also able to calculate the resistance from the graph also. So I will do, suppose this is the graph. So draw slope to the graph. You draw a perpendicular line here, and so here. So you see this y-x intercept represent V, the x intercept represent y. So this is I. So if suppose this is O, this is A, this is V. So V by I means here R will be in this graph, V will be AB, V will be AB, and I will be OB. So if we will divide AB with OB, so we will get this resistance. So we will call this is slope angle and this is slope. So the way to calculate slope is take the variable in y-axis, take the variable in x-axis and divided them. So we will get resistance. So we can calculate resistance individually by calculating ratio of V by I, or you can calculate resistance from the slope of the graph. So you can remember the formula like this by a triangle V. So VI. So you close V with your finger, what will you get? IR. So we can say V is equal to IR. You close I, then it will be V by R. Similarly, you close R, it will be V by I. Using this triangle, you can easily remember this formula V is equal to IR. So thus we discuss in a pure resistive circuit or ohmic circuit. So if a circuit obey Ohm's law and V versus I curve is a straight line, we will call ohmic. So most metals are ohmic resistors or conductors. But you see here it is not a straight line, curve line. So if we will get V versus I curve like this is a curve line, so we will call non-ohmic circuit. Non-ohmic circuit like diode, triode, they are non-ohmic circuit. So application of Ohm's law. So Ohm's law help in determining either the voltage or current or impedance. That resistance we will call impedance is AC circuit, and electric circuit. The other two quantities are known as to us. If you know V and I, you can calculate R, or if you know I and R, you can calculate V. We can also use this formula for power calculation in higher other periods. We can use. You have already read also that V is equal to VI, power equation. So here you use V and I. So Ohm's law help us to solve lot of problem in electricity. So let us solve a problem. So a 12 volt battery is joined to a resistor. If reading of the ammeter is 2 ampere, what will be its resistance? If 12 volt is replaced by 6 volt, what will be the new resistance and current? In the question what is given? Given V is equal to 12 volt, I is equal to 2 ampere. So what is the resistance? It is V, formula is V by I. So 12 by 2, that is 6 ohm. So the resistance of the 6 ohm. So the resistance does not depend upon the voltage and current. Suppose you see, so it depend upon the temperature and nature of the material. It is also depend upon dimension of the material, length and cross section area. But it not depend upon V and I. It is a proportionality constant, because we got V is equal to some proportionality constant into I. So this is proportionality constant. So it is independent of V and I. So let us calculate here. When V is equal to 6 volt, resistance remains 6. Then what is the current? Current is equal to 6 by 6, that is 1 ampere. 1 ampere. So you see, resistance in both cases remains same. When you reduce voltage, the current reduce. Similarly, if you increase voltage, the current will be increases. So you cannot apply Ohm's law for all conductors or all type of electronic circuits. They have some limitation. They have some limitation, means cases where you cannot apply them. We cannot apply them. So we will call it limitation or drawback. What is the first limitation? If temperature changes, Ohm's law cannot be applicable. I told you it is applicable at constant temperature. So in a conductor, if we will increase temperature, actually its resistance increases. So resistance will alter. First you perform the experiment, we will get a value. Next, after sometimes when the wire become hot, we will get another value. It will not consistent. So that's why you have to do the experiment very quickly. Very quickly. If the temperature changes, the value of resistance also changes. Not applicable for non-metallic conductor. Non-metallic conductor, it is not applicable. Third, it is not applicable for linear devices. Non-linear devices like diode, Zener, etc. So that's why Ohm's law is not a universal law like gravitational law. It has specific condition. Within that condition, we can apply the formula V is equal to IR. So I think all of you understand me. So you will revise it and do some other problems on your textbook. So then you can understand detail about the Ohm's law. Thanks to all. God bless you.